Hi there, my name is Martina.
And I'm Hannah.
And we are the directors and founders of Ever Unique Productions. Ever Unique Productions is an educational theatre company for young people aged 12 to 21. We are based here in Northern Ireland, but specifically in the Ballymena and Corrigan areas. We have been asked to do this video to talk a little bit about the recent experience that we had where we raised a great amount of money for ASCERT. Our total that we raised was £1,416.85, and we are just so delighted to have raised this money for such an amazing charity.
We set out on this fundraising task because of the project that we started working on back in October 2022. We put on a performance of a play called I Love You Mum, I Promise I Won't Die by Mark Wheeler. This play told the true story of Daniel Spargo-Mabs, who sadly lost his life aged 16 after taking MDMA at an illegal rave. We wanted to put on this production because we feel like drugs are such an issue in our young people's lives. Every single one of our young people that we work with all fed back to us that they have experienced drug use in their schools. So we felt really passionately about working on this project. But we didn't want it to just be a play. We wanted it to be a bigger project that the young people could feel proud to be part of. So we decided to partner with a local charity who are on the ground working with young people trying to stop drug taking. When we started researching different charities on the internet, ASCERT really stood out to us. They are working with young people, they are proactively putting on different programs. And when we touched base with them and talked about the work they were doing, we knew they were the charity that we wanted to partner with. So we really luckily got to work with them on this project, meaning that our young people had really important drug education training from ASCERT, and were able to hear from workers from ASCERT all about where the money is going to go that they were fundraising.
So what we did across our campaign was we ran different fundraisers in a different variety of ways. First of all, we got our young people to sell fireside quizzes with their friends, with their family, in their schools and their local communities. We found this was a small but effective way of raising money that eventually then went into our grand total. Our fireside quizzes were only £1 to sell, but the prizes were worth much more, and that meant that people were more keen to buy the fireside quizzes off the young people. Then what we did next was we ran coffee mornings in both Ballymena and Corrigan, our two locations, and once again we invited young people's family and friends to join us for a morning of coffee, tea, buns and scones, where we all got together to not only talk about our upcoming play and our production, but we also got to talk about the work that ASCERT did, and people were really interested to hear what our campaign was all about. Then finally, our big fundraiser at the end of our campaign was an evening which we held in Corray in the Manor House, and that was a table quiz and a disco followed afterwards, along with snacks and refreshments. And we charged an entry on the door ticket for people to come along, and we were overwhelmed by the response we got. The room was full, and it was just great to get so many people together to celebrate what ASCERT did and what our young people were doing with the production. We publicised these events on our Facebook page, on our website, on Instagram, but we also printed off posters which we shared around the local community, and we got our young people to spread the word in their schools, in local groups that they were involved with, and even local councillors got on board and supported our work to tell a wider audience. We also got a PR company to write up a really lovely press release about the work that we were trying to do with the campaign, and we feel this was effective in spreading our word because we also had a Just Giving link, so that meant that people from far away could also then donate if they weren't able to make our fundraisers in person. For us, the experience of working alongside ASCERT has just been amazing. To give our young people not only the chance to explore their passion for acting and to perform in a production that meant so much and had such an important message behind it was great, but also to work alongside a charity that now that we can say we've raised so much money for means so much to the young people and to us as their teachers, to say that they've been a part of something so worthwhile, and the work will continue on and on with the money we've raised. It wasn't just about the production, it wasn't just about the performances, it was about the work that was going to carry on after the curtain came down.
For me, the thing that impacted me the most was the reason we took this play on was because it was a true story about a young man actually losing his life from drug taking, and me and Martina were very passionate about making sure that we are part of the work to try and stop anyone else ending up like Dan did and a family being left devastated the way Daniel's family has. So we wanted to be part of trying to stop the issue of drug taking in Northern Ireland, and as you know, we are mentors and role models to young people. We wanted to role model that to the young people that we work with, and thankfully ASCERT has been able to help us do that, and we truly believe that our young people are now so well educated on this topic that they could go into any situation knowing the full facts of the reality of taking drugs, and we couldn't have asked for more. So if you are thinking about fundraising for ASCERT, we would encourage you to do it. You will not look back, you will not regret it. We did as much as we could. We did small fundraisers and then we had our big quiz night, but the impact that those made was amazing, and it was 3 months of our time. So if you're thinking about doing it, we say go for it because you won't look back. Thank you so much for your time.
And thank you to ASCERT. Please continue to follow both ASCERT's work and our work at Every Unique Productions to see what's coming up for us next. Thank you everyone. Bye.